Hello, this is HoverDroid1 with HoverDroids.com. Today I'm going to give you a brief feature overview of PHPFiddle.org, which is essentially JSFiddle.net and with the added component of PHP. So I've already added some PHP, some inline styling, an inline script, and some HTML. And if you hit run, you will see a pop-up here which says the JavaScript's running. You can see that the CSS, the inline CSS, is actually being applied as well. The HTML. So back to code. The major drawback of this site, however, is that the styles and scripts have to be inline. Even though there's a folder structure over here, if you double click on anything, it's not going to give you anything but subfolder structures. This new icon right here never highlights, never lets you add a new file, and doesn't let you name that file. So that's one of the limitations you should be aware of, but it's still pretty good for on-the-go testing. Another downfall is that it doesn't let you actually sync up with GitHub, or at least with your GitHub account, like JSFiddle does, but it does let you save to GitHub. And how you do that is you hit save as, come over and then hit save code to GitHub Gist. What this is actually going to do is save all of this as a gist to PHPFiddle's GitHub Gist, not yours. But it will let you get a link which you can embed on a WordPress site or pretty much any site. So let's just say this is test2. And usually I do hit this post gist ID and description to Twitter automatically, because the benefit of posting everything through PHPFiddle and not your own stuff is that you have a second account that's actually tweeting the same information that you're going to. So go ahead and hit submit. After it's submitted, you'll get the file link here so that you can actually reference this in a site. I already have a different one that I'm using, and I'll be showing you where that's going to be placed on my site here in a second. So if you go over to HoverDroids.com and we're looking at PHPFiddle-org, you can see down here I have my code and this GitHub Gist, which I've also connected, and the PHPFiddle.org. So if you right click that, open a new link, you'll see that all your users will actually immediately be pushed to that same PHP file without having to enter any of the code. They can still run it just like we did earlier. Now, like I showed over here, I also have this GitHub Gist. You can just link to their GitHub Gist, which simply go to GitHub Gist and PHPFiddle.org, and you'll be able to find it here by selecting that Fiddle PHP and then selecting the link here again and up here, so you can use that link for displaying the GitHub Gist. Or if you want your own, you just simply go onto GitHub Gist and then create a new gist to title it. Again, click on that same link, hit copy here, and paste into the background of this page. Other than being able to provide a link here for PHPFiddle.org, they can be opened. A couple other features that the site has, which is pretty nice, is you can go to links. You can see all of the different links for all the different code that people have written and run on this. And if you just want yours, here's a pretty concise list of everything you've done as well. The people who made the site also added this reference section, which is super nice. So if you look through here, you'll actually be able to find ASCII codes, HTML entities, HTTP protocols, quite a few things. And then if you go to tools, you'll be able to find some other nice stuff. For example, they have a color picker, and if you select that, you get this pretty nice color picker. So while you can't actually use it to apply anything, you can come get a color and then come back to the code space and enter it in here. And while there are a lot more tools up here that they've added, and a lot of very good tools, I'm not going to go into all of them right now. The other thing I would like to show, the last feature, is if you go over your samples, and you open up that folder by double clicking. You can come down and there's a bunch of predefined examples for you, which are pretty nice. So if you do this, pchart for example, and then you run it, it's a very quick and dirty way to just show some code and get some pretty neat code. So as for the high level features, that's about all I'm going to explain for tonight. So thanks for watching.